Hi, it's Karen, the Weekend Craftaholic, and I'm here a bit later than I expected to be yet again. I want to go through my merch, something old, something new. So these are my favourites. Something old that's in my craft room, that's been there a while, or something new that's come in throughout the month of March. Now I must say there hasn't been an awful lot of new stuff coming into my craft room in March, mainly because of obviously the restrictions we have in place, and also the fact that I'm trying to be a bit more budget friendly this year, as well as use up what I've got in my stash. So some of the things that I do have that are new though, that I want to show you, I do have a few new things in my stash. So the first one I want to talk about is from Couture Creations. Let me just get my album here and ignore that one. But these are a couple of things that I've made this month. You'll have seen, maybe if you're on my Instagram, that I've been accepted as a guest creator for March, April, May for Couture Creations, which is how and why I discovered this collection. So this collection is called My Secret Love, with all of the stuff as usual. I'll put links in the description box. But I absolutely adore it. I love these soft muty colours. I love the designs on the paper. These florals, you know, are always a big thing for me, as well as these butterflies. So these are a couple of projects that I've done throughout March, which I absolutely love. This is my niece, can you see? A little cheeky face. And I've had this for a little while, and the colours just fit perfect as well with her pyjamas, which is why I chose this photo for this layout. I also did this little mini album, and again it was something to do whilst we're in restrictions, but you can see here this is just a little, let me move this out of the way. This is just a little flip album of the 4 of us, or 5 of us actually, if you include our little dog. So again, using the same collection, using up some of the bits of scrap, some crepe paper as you could see, some pom-poms, some little tulle. So yeah, I really love this little collection, and I enjoyed spending a couple of hours in the afternoon making this. This was a design that I saw Paige Evans do using these pennant nested dies from scrapbook.com. Because I have those in my stash, I thought I'd give that a go. So those were a couple of projects that I've done throughout March that I really enjoyed, using something new in my craft room. If I hadn't been part of the design team, I wouldn't have been lucky enough to come across this paper collection, and it comes with all kinds of stamps, dies, lots of goodies. So if you want to see more information, I will also link to the Couture Creations blog, because I've got my own little section on there now, which is very exciting, and you can see a little bit more detailed process on how that came together. The other thing that I've been loving throughout March is all of the free cut files that have been offered. So I'm just going to be showing you now some images on the screen of some projects I've made with these. So a big shout out to the likes of Dearly D, which you can see in this particular photo. Paige Evans, of course, she's done so many free cut files. This is one of the ones that I did using hers, called Let's Stay Home. Again, I absolutely love this one so much. There's a process on my blog of how this came together, if you wanted to check out that, if you like to read blogs. And this other one as well, which was on my Instagram, which was a free cut file from Citrus Twist Kits. Let me just grab actually that pocket page notebook that I did so we could talk about this in a bit more detail, because it's a good segue. So this was the free cut file from Citrus Twist Kits, and this particular paper pack that I've used, this paper collection I should say. So you can see I used lots of scrap papers just to layer up the photo at the back. So again, things from my stash, and that moves me very nicely on to my something old, because really these are the only two things I've got something new for March: the free cut files that I've been able to take advantage of using, and also that paper collection from Couture Creations. So those are the two new things. Moving on to something old, I've really loved using up my paper stash. So I'm just going to show you now again some pictures of how I store all my collection. So these are 12 by 12 boxes, they're very sturdy, and I keep everything in here: the 12 by 12 pads, any scraps as you can see, any ephemera. What I've been doing with my projects is delving into some of these collections, which I have absolutely loved. And I also been using some of my mini kits. So again, I'm just showing you on screen now just my little drawer where I keep all of my old Citrus Twist kits, some of the other kits that I've done, things that I've put together myself. If you've seen my previous video on putting yourself a kit, I'll put a link to that actually here. I'll add a card for that. You'll see there's heaps of ways you can make use of what you've got already in your craft room, especially at a time like this where we're just not able to go out and shop as much as we used to. So make use of what you've got, create your own little kits if you've not got them, and that's something that I've been doing in March, which I love. The other thing I'm showing you a picture of now, which I've enjoyed in March, and this has been a long time in the works, let me tell you. So there's going to be a video next Saturday on this. This is the diamond painting kit that I was sent by Victoria's Moon. Now, I got sent this back in December, would you believe? And the mistake I made, I think, was ordering a kit that was just too big. It just has took me a long time to do. I really enjoyed it. But I think for that sense of gratification of completing things, that next time I would absolutely get a smaller kit. So if you remember, if you saw my January something else, something new, this diamond painting was actually part of my something new for January, because that's when I started to use it. And it is so addictive, it's so hypnotic, it's very therapeutic having that repetition task. And I actually managed to finish in March, which is why you will see next Saturday's video is about the diamond painting kit. So that was the other thing that I really enjoyed in March. The other thing is using my inks. I've not used my ink pads for so long. It's part of the Justine Hovey Save the Crafter YouTuber hop that I did a few weeks ago. You'll have seen that on my channel as well. I actually thought, what could I do? I didn't just want to make a card, because I know those are not really popular videos on my channel. I wanted to do something that people would make use of, obviously with card makers in mind. So I thought what I would do is a little bit of run through of my Catherine Pooler inks and why I love them and what I do with them. So the video itself may be only 5-10 minutes, I'm not even sure how long it turned out to be, but I actually spent a good afternoon, a good 2-3 hours playing with those inks. The other thing that I really enjoyed is using the glue quill. Also really enjoyed using the glue quill. Now, I'm not classing it as something new because I didn't buy it in March. I actually bought it back in January, but I didn't take it out of its packaging and have a play with it until March, and that's why the product review video was only put up a few weeks ago. But I've absolutely loved using it, and one of the samples that I've got, just to show you, which you'll have seen in my video last week, is celebrating hitting 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. So as you can see here, the sparkle, the accurateness, I just love this glue quill. You put it in your electronic die cutting machine, put the glue pen in, you still set the draw function of course, but it's drawing this line of glue which you can then either emboss. So if you've got embossing powders, you can use the glue as an embossing liquid like you would with Versamark, or you could sprinkle glitter on, which I've done here. Quickly show you another one. This was actually this scrap left over of a layout that I'm doing in my pocket page notebook. But can you see? Detail isn't so great when the intricate designs are so small, but you can see just how gorgeous that looks, and that was no effort whatsoever. I think I'm going to be using a lot more glitter in my layouts now that I've got this glue quill. So it's definitely a product that I've actually really enjoyed using in March. And that is it. Like I say, I don't have too much this month as we are in restrictions. So it's going to be a great opportunity for us all to use what we've got, and, you know, while we're staying home, make the most of what we've got in our stash. So just a recap of my March favourites. Something new has been all of these gorgeous cut files that a lot of people have actually put out for us, as well as this My Secret Love collection from Couture Creations. Something old has been my glue quill, my Catherine Pooler inks, the diamond painting, as well as just actually dipping in and using some of my paper collection stash. And I hope you're continuing to craft during this difficult time. I know I certainly find it very therapeutic and helpful to get through these challenging days. So please, wherever you are, stay safe, and until next time, have a great crafting week.